is a Raider.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The Patriots get 2.5 at the Colts.
Patriots.
I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, he'll figure out some way to probably get that done. Titans and Steelers is a pick'em in Pittsburgh.
Titans at the Steelers. Give me the Titans.
We are the Titans.
You got them. And in our tiebreaker, the ATL gets 8.5 at the 49ers.
Man, that's the hardest one of them all. Give me the 49ers.
Tom, can you get me off the hook? For old time's sake.
Can't do it, Shelly. Can't do it. All right,
what was the line on the Raiders and the Patriots? I know 2.5. The Patriots.
The Patriots are plus 2.5. Right? The Raiders are minus 3.5.
And the Titans and
that's pick.
Is Pick'ems.
Yep.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right. Do we have Keith, the Michigan fan?
No, but he can call in if he needs.
All right, Keith. You can get back in if you want to get back in. You can go ahead and get back in. I don't even know where I left off in terms of some of the different thoughts that I wanted to get in there, but I did want to say this once again about Prime's movement. In case you missed it earlier, Coach Prime said he ripped the rumors of a 7-figure NIL deal for Travis Hunter, and he fired back at the recruiters saying, "We kicked your butt." Well, he did. He did get 3. He did sign 3 guys. Sanders tweeted out yesterday marked a movement in sports history. This is a movement, and you all got to start believing. You know what the movement will be? The movement will be Prime leaving Jackson State the second somebody offers him a P5 job. I mean, who is he kidding? Let's see him make that commitment. Do you see the corner that he has painted himself into? I'm going to tell you right now, he told this kid, you come here, we win some games, I get a P5 job, maybe even back in Florida State if Norvell doesn't get it going, I'll take you with me. Or I'll let you go. If I don't get a job, you can go to a P5 school. The kid is going to practice against nobody. He's going to play against nobody. This does nothing for the player. This is not a movement. What is the movement? It's not that it's bad football in the SWAC. The football's fine in the SWAC. It's not that there haven't been players even recently like Robert Mathis and Michael Strahan relatively recently that have come out of the SWAC. But the players that come out of the SWAC now are players that did not get highly recruited out of high school. This is not about HBCU. This is not black and white. 2 years ago, the best quarterback in HBCU was a white kid. 6 of the last 10 quarterbacks to win the Heisman Trophy are black kids. If we want to get away from black and white, stop defining things as black and white. We don't have to have historically black universities. The fact that these were historically black colleges and universities is a pox upon our history. We should have never had to have that. And now we want to celebrate it going forward. I think we want to move on. And nowadays, look, stop me if I'm lying. I mean, what is the point? Alabama's starting 22, Grizz.
Yeah.
Slade Bolden?
Yeah.
That the only white guy, right?
Yeah.
The Crimson Tide starting 22 and one white guy.
I got a guy, that Pope kid next year. He's going to be probably the only white defensive back on the defense.
Well, he would
probably.
be. I mean, I can't even remember the last time Alabama had a white guy
Sunseri.
starting on defense anywhere. Linebacker, lineman,
Sunseri.
anywhere. So, yeah, well, no, there was a linebacker a couple of years ago, 3 years ago maybe. But, I mean, we don't even talk about that.
No.
We don't sit there and make a big deal of it.
No.
Hey, look, they got a white receiver. Oh, look, I mean, no. HBCU had a black quarterback or a white. In fact, there's several white quarterbacks.
Yeah.
All the punters are white, by the way. All the kickers are white. I don't know why. At Alabama A&M, the long snapper, the holder, and the kicker were all white. I don't know why that particular skill. I don't understand it, but it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. And don't you think Deion is being very disingenuous? And he's talking about, this is a movement. You got to believe. Yeah, well, you know what? As soon as somebody offers him a big-time job, if USC had offered him the job, the movement would have been him moving out of Jackson.
Gone. They did go 11-1 and playing in the Celebration Bowl this weekend.
They are
Gone.
But if he got a chance to be the coach at Florida State,
Gone.
Miami,
Gone.
USC,
Gone.
Virginia Tech,
Gone.
any of those places, LSU,
Gone.
My thing is how can you just like boldface lie and then just be like, we know. It's coaches say the same thing every year. It's like Jimbo. It's like if we see Jimbo just say that thing about, I got a ranch, I got this, I got that. It's like, dude,
but
you can have a ranch.
Did stay. He did stay.
I know,
See,
but
Jimbo
I'm saying
had
you can have a
opportunity.
ranch in Louisiana. You can,
But if you're at Texas A&M and you get offered LSU, you stay.
Yeah.
If you're at Jackson State, and you get offered Cincinnati, you're
Gone.
yeah. I mean, at that point in time,
Gone.
But I just don't want to, because that's what I'm saying. But like Jimbo talked about how like now it's like technically legal. You know what I mean? Like how they're paying players and stuff like that. And so like with him, it's like,
well, there are rules. It's just
I
apparently
know,
nobody follows the rules, but there
but
are.
it's like with
actual-
Coach Prime, it's like you don't have to lie that this kid didn't get paid $1.5 million.
Well, he got something. He didn't get. Barstool cannot say that we didn't do that.
Oh yeah, right. I still
believe
don't.
them. Why would they not say?
I don't know because they did it a lot of times. They sign athletes left and right. Barstool's been really
right. That's
big
what I'm
on
saying.
that.
So why would they? There's no reason for
I don't know
Barstool
why they
to
would
not
deny
say
it.
they.
Yeah, I don't know.
To deny it
They can
unless
be
it's
kinda
really
like
not
that
true.
sometimes.
You know what I mean? If it, you know what I mean? Why would you deny it otherwise? But it doesn't. It's very disingenuous and it's not good for the kid.
Yeah.
It's not good on any level. The kid fell in love with Deion. He's very charismatic. The kid is a Florida State fan his entire life. So Deion Sanders is a god to him as a defensive back from Florida State. He's probably going to go there and wear Deion's number 2, at Florida State and all that stuff. So it's a completely different deal. And really, to be honest with you, it's taking advantage. It's tantamount to taking advantage of an 18-year-old kid. Because it doesn't do anything for him. All right, is Keith back? All right, Keith, the Michigan fan. Keith, welcome in. How are you?
All right, big dog. Hey, I was just going to talk about that. The other day you talked about Deion flipping that kid. Now, I can understand it because, hey, Deion Sanders, the kid is a defensive back.
Yeah.
I remember when Florida State came to Michigan, and I think it was Elvis Durbach threw a pass over to the wide receiver. Deion picked it off and ran the other way. I can understand it. And
no, I can understand why. I can understand why the kid did it because he got enamored with Deion Sanders, but it's not good for the kid, and it's not good. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Why not? If you go into the pros, he's the number 1 or number 2 kid in high school.
But who
he's
knows?
Going to the pros.
Yeah, but we don't know. Wait a minute now. We've had a lot of number 1 guys that were top recruit in the country type. Bo Nix was the number 1 quarterback. Dude, he doesn't look like a pro quarterback right now. There's a lot of guys that come out of high school number 1. But Keith, he's going to be practicing against guys that can't hold his jock. He's going to be playing against guys that are nowhere near as good as him. He needs to play against the best. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. You don't think Nick Saban takes advantage of everything he can?
Well, he doesn't have to take advantage of a young man that way because he's already at a top-notch college. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter anymore. It's not like, hey, I'm going to go there because I don't have opportunities to go to Michigan or Alabama or Auburn or LSU. You can go anywhere you want now. The whole Alabama team is black, and it doesn't matter anymore. We're not down with that anymore. It doesn't matter. Like I said, a couple of years ago, the best HBCU quarterback was a white kid. It doesn't matter anymore. So why do we keep this is historic? Do you think that if Jim Harbaugh had gotten blown out and they were 7-5 this year and they called Deion Sanders, you think Deion Sanders would say, "No, I'm staying here at Jackson State. It's a movement." Yeah, hell, he'd be on his way to Michigan so fast his head would spin.
Well, you really can't say that. It's the mindset of an individual. He wants to do something at that school, so he's going to try every trick.
No,
in the book
he does
can.
not. Keith, he wants to do something for Deion. He wanted the USC job so bad. He wanted that Florida State job 2 years ago so bad. I mean,
well, I can understand that now.
yeah,
But he
this
went to
isn't
Florida
about
State.
this isn't about him wanting to do something for Jackson State. This isn't about him. He complained last year that they didn't even have enough money to put the names on the back of the jerseys in the HBCU. I mean, you know what I mean? That's what he said.
Well,
he says,
maybe he'll take-
I'll buy them. He goes, I'll buy the
maybe
nameplates.
Maybe he'll take some of that money he's getting from Aflac and donate some of it to the school.
He probably gave it to the kid, to Travis Hunter. All right, give me your picks. Raiders
All right.
Raiders are -3.5 at the Browns.
I'm taking the Raiders.
The autumn wind is a Raider.
You guys are all going to be shocked. The Patriots get 2.5 at the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts.
Your beard is weird. Your stash is trash.
The Titans and Steelers is a pick'em in Pittsburgh.
Now, I don't understand. I mean, Tennessee was dominating. Now they'll pick them with Pittsburgh, who's falling apart.
They don't have Derrick Henry.
Well, I'm still going with Tennessee.
We are the Titans.
I mean, you would think, but then the Steelers are like roaches. You know, right when you think that they're dead, Ben Roethlisberger will have a
Yeah,
game.
they pop up.
Atlanta gets 8.5 at the 49ers.
Wow. I'm going to go with Atlanta.
All right. We got you in.
All right.
Shane is in Decatur. Shane.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah, and I'm looking at these jerseys in 2021. I don't see names on them. They got names
That's
on
what I
them?
said. They don't have names on them. That's
Especially
what
this
Deion
year, too?
complained. He said
I know.
this season, he said, are you kidding me? We can't even get our names on our jerseys. He goes, how much can it cost? I'll buy them. He says, what is it, $10 a jersey? He says, I'll buy them. Now, somehow, I think, did A&M have them on theirs, Alabama A&M?
I don't know. I think they do, though.
Jackson State did. But you know what? Notre Dame doesn't. You know, they only wear it.
but
They
like-
only put their name on for a bowl game.
I've
Notre Dame.
always heard, like, through the years, the reason why coaches don't do that, though, is they always have that mindset behind them where it's like we're all one team, and that's what Notre Dame
name on
kinda,
the front of the jersey, not the back of the jersey, all that stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
But everybody does it. High schools have it. I mean, very rarely do you
I
find.
just don't see it as being a problem just because it's an HBCU school or not. Like they could be able, they can
well,
afford
it's
it.
symptomatic though.
Like-
But he talked about the weight room. He talked about the thing, and then he said we don't even have names on the back of our jerseys. So he's right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not, it is what it is. Now, they're playing in the Celebration Bowl. Are they in the FCS playoffs? This is the HBCU championship game. There's only 2 HBCU leagues,
I would think so. They're 11-1. So.
Yeah, but the FCS champion or the FCS playoffs are underway, and they're playing in the Celebration Bowl. So what I'm saying, they're not even. You don't see FCS. You don't see HBCU teams generally even play in the FCS playoffs. You know what I mean? They're not playing Jacksonville State in the playoffs and stuff like that. So they've got like their own world. And I think it's just the MEAC and the SWAC, isn't it? I guess like 2 leagues. And that's it. You know, TSU, Tennessee State, they're in the OVC now. They were HBCU. There's a number of HBCUs that are now in, other leagues. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Let's get a break. When we come back, Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Last time we talked to Lee before the Super Bowl. So let's make it worth it. We'll talk to Lee next, right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Take your taste buds back in time with a trip to the all-new Bubby's Diner, offering a variety of mouth-watering food from delicious starters to 50s-style diner food and meat-and-three meals featuring owner and Huntsville native Chris Bubby Belcher's family's homemade recipes. Open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 8412 Whitesburg Drive in the former Gibson's Barbecue. Drive-in, drive-through, carry-out, or curbside pickup with delivery coming soon through Grub South. Bubby's Diner, home of the Donut Burger.
In today's real estate market, you need the right professionals to help make sure your home purchase is smooth and hassle-free. That's where Jacob Title comes in. Stan McDonald and the staff at Jacob Title cater to the realtor and clients who are looking for a top-flight closing experience. Jacob Title uses the latest and best technologies to ensure a safe and secure exchange of funds, and they pride themselves on great communication well before and during the real estate closing process. Jacob Title in Huntsville and Madison, and online at jacobtitle.com.